ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לי לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לי לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת שלום, שבת שלום, שבת 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 שלום, שבת שלום, אוי, שבת שלום, שבת 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 שלום, שבת 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 שלום, שבת 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 שלום, שבת שלום, שבת שלום, שבת 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 שלום, שבת שלום, שבת שלום, שבת שבת shabbat shabbat shalom. Now here's a way of singing Hine Matov from the Ethiopian community of Addis Ababa, and it's a lot of fun. Hine Matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine Matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is to be with my brothers. How good it is to be with my sisters. How good it is to be with community. How good it is to be at Temple Aliyah. Hine matov umanaim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to our Friday evening service. To those in person, to those joining us by live stream, we're so happy to have you here. And for those in person, I've seen a little bit of dancing happening in the back, and I want to let you know that we encourage that. So keep it up. We love the dancing. We love the enthusiasm. We hope you will join us in song, even with your masks on. We'd love to hear your voices, hear your clapping, your stomping, your singing along, your dancing, whatever it is, to show us your enthusiasm for Shabbat. We're excited to be celebrating with the Tesser family tomorrow afternoon, and starting this evening, you'll see Gavin's going to lead us in a couple of prayers. And first, we will begin with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Hamlach, HaKadosh Baruch. I think everybody needs to stand up. What do you think? And put their arms around each other.
Idea.
If you are close family, but two arms is too close. Okay. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Baruchuni, Baruchuni l'Shalom, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלאכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
You can be seated. We turn now to page 11 in the Siddur. If you have it in front of you, it's the lighter red, smaller book. We turn to page 11, Or Zarua.
All right. I don't think that's on 11.
Yeah, you're right. It's not 11.
You're right. It's on page... No, it's not many words, so...
Page 16.
Thank you. Page 16.
4 lines from the bottom. Page 16,
Thank you.
Or Zarua.
And it's also in the red, which is transliteration, so you can get it that way, okay? Or Zarua la tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. Or Zarua la tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. Or Zarua la tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. U'liyishrei lev simcha. Or Zarua la tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. U'liyishrei lev simcha. Or Zarua la tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. Or Zarua la tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. Or Zarua la tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. U'liyishrei lev simcha. Or Zarua la tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. U'liyishrei lev simcha. U'liyishrei lev simcha.
We'll turn now to Lecha Dodi, page 23, and when we get to the end, the last verse, that'll be on page 25, I'll give you a signal to rise and face the entrance. If you're at home, we'll invite you at that time to rise and face the entrance of whatever room you're sitting in. But first, we'll begin at page 23, Lecha Dodi.
Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. La 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Shamur v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'liti la 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat likrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret pala, gam b'simcha ובצהולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, בני בני שבת נקבלה. בני בני שבת נקבלה. B'nei Shabbat Nikabela.
We'll invite you to remain standing, but you can face forward now, page 39A. This is how we join together in community to pray Baruch Hu.
Yai la 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMivorach. Your turn. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach. Adonai HaMivorach le'olam va'ed. Lai lai, yai lai 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 lai
You may be seated. Beloved are you, eternal God, by whose design the evening falls, by whose command dimensions open up and eons pass away and stars spin in their orbits. You set the rhythms of day and night. The alternation of light and darkness sings your creating word. In rising sun and in spreading dusk, creator of all, you are made manifest. Everlasting, eternal God, may we always be aware of your dominion. Beloved are you, Adonai, for this hour of nightfall.
Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv v'Ravi.
We turn to page 40 for Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu lemadeta Aken Adonai Eloheinu V'shokveinu v'kumeinu Nasiach v'chukecha V'nismach v'divrei Toratecha U'b'mitzvotecha Le'olam va'ed Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu U'bahem negei yomam v'layla Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu U'bahem negei yomam v'layla Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu U'bahem negei yomam v'layla Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu U'bahem negei yomam v'layla Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu U'bahem negei yomam v'layla Ki hem chayeinu ve'orech yameinu U'bahem negei yomam v'layla Ve'avatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Gavin is going to lead us in the Shema. We're on page 41.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levanecha uvechol nafshecha uvechol me'odecha ve'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher ani metzavecha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levavneha vedibarta bam veshifteha beveiteha uvelekteha vaderech ushochleha uvikumeha ukshartam leot ayadeha vehayu letotavot bein eineha Uvtavatam al mezuzot beiteha uvishareha.
We'll continue to ourselves at the top of page 42. Gavin's going to lead us on page 42, the middle of the second paragraph, Lema'an Tizkeru.
Lema'an tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai vehiotem lelohim lelohehem Echni Adonai Elohehem Asher hotzeti ehem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehiot lahem lelohim Ani Adonai Elohehem Adonai Elohehem Emet.
Awesome job. We're off to such a good start, Gavin. You can have a seat for a couple of minutes. We are going to continue now on page 44 with Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedor b'kodesh, nora tehilot osei vele, nora tehilot osei vele. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedor b'kodesh, nora tehilot osei vele, nora tehilot osei vele. מלכותך ובניך בוקי הים לפני משה, זה אלי אנו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני O God, Yisrael.
We'll turn now to page 45, Ufros Aleinu. You can find this towards the bottom of the page.
I see some young children there. I know that you know, maybe you know how to do this. Make a sukkah of peace, right, like this. Ufros aleinu sukkah, sukkah. And now a dove of peace. Shlomecha. There we go. Ufros aleinu sukkah, sukkah, shlomecha. Hey, 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 yalai, lalai, yalai, lalai, yalai, lalai, 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 hey. Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha.
You guys got those hand motions down very well. That was impressive.
Yeah.
All right, we will turn now to page 46. We'll invite you to rise as Gavin leads us in Vishamru.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat laso et ha-Shabbat ledoratam baritolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat laso et ha-Shabbat ledorotam baritolam. B'nei uvein
B'nei Yisrael,
od hilialam, od hilialam, od hilialam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat laso et ha-Shabbat ledoratam baritolam. Ki sheshak yomin asa Adonai et hashamayim
ve'et ha'aretz Vishamru
b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat laso et ha-Shabbat ledoratam baritolam. Uvayom hashvayi Shabbat vayinofash, Shabbat vayinofash, Shabbat vayinofash. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat laso et ha-Shabbat ledoratam baritolam.
You can have a seat. Gavin, that includes you too. You can also have a seat. We'll continue now, the bottom part of page 46 with Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitgadal ve'yitgadash shemei Rabbah
Amen.
ve'omad divrach chirutei ve'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala ba'agala ubizman karim v'yimeru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'alam Le'almei Omaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadal V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudasha Brichu le'ela min kol brechata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'al mihiran be'alima v'meru Amen.
I want you to think of a time when you needed to have confidence. You needed to stand up for yourself. You needed to recognize your own worth. Right? Was that hard? Was it hard to have confidence in that moment, or did it come naturally to you? It's different for different people. Now I want you to think of a time when you needed to have humility. You had to step back, let somebody else be the leader. Maybe you needed to recognize that your needs weren't the most important in that moment. Was that hard, or did that come naturally? Again, it's different for different people. We always have to work to find a balance between confidence and humility. There's a famous Hasidic teaching that at all times, we're supposed to carry around 2 little slips of paper in our pockets. One slip of paper in one pocket should say, Bishvili nivra ha'olam. For my sake, the world was created. The ultimate in confidence. It's all about me. It's all for my sake that the world was created. And in the other pocket, we should have a slip of paper that says, Ani afar va'efer. I am just dust and ashes. the ultimate in humility, recognizing we are nothing, just dust and ashes. And whenever we find ourselves in a situation that requires confidence, we're supposed to pull out that first slip of paper, Bishvili nivra ha'olam, the world was created for me, for my sake. And whenever we need to show a little humility, we reach into our other pocket and pull out the second slip of paper, ani afar va'efer, and we remember we are just dust and ashes. And the secret to life, this Hasidic teaching says, is not just carrying around the pieces of paper. The hard part is knowing when to pull out each slip. And we learned about this difficult balancing act in this week's Parsha, the very beginning of the Torah. Gavin can tell you that. You're reading the second Parsha, Noach, but we are at the very, very beginning. We just started this new rotation, this new cycle of reading Torah, and the first chapter of Genesis recounts the creation of human beings by telling us that we were made in the image of God. And then the second chapter of Genesis recounts the creation of human beings by telling us that we were made from the dust of the earth. We have two very different accounts, and yet we are supposed to believe that they're both true. There's some truth in both stories, that human beings are just made of earthly material, ultimately, and one day we all return to that, but also we're all given a divine spark. There's some aspect of us that is made in the image of God. And so we are supposed to have both extreme confidence and extreme humility, which is a balance that's very hard to achieve. And yet, we strive to do better and better each day. We try to find our place in it. So we'll reflect on that as we take some time now for personal prayer. You can find the silent Amidah from page 47 to 52. We'll invite you to rise, and you'll take some time for praying in Hebrew, in English, or whatever prayers are in your heart. But first, we'll join together in the first 6 words of the Amidah out loud. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. We'll invite you to rise, page 47.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagi. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Na 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 Adonai, Adonai, Sfatai tiftach. Na 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 Ufi yagid. Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Ose shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו amen. This next part is easy. Here we go. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la. Oh, say shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru amen.
We'll remain standing as Gavin is going to lead us in Kiddush. I realize we haven't poured the grape juice for you. Gavin, do you want to pour the grape juice right now into that cup? How do you feel about that? Open the can, pour it in there. Because of COVID these days, we don't open something somebody else is going to drink from. But this is how we sanctify the occasion of Shabbat. We sanctify Shabbat by having some grape juice, or if you're at home, maybe you have some wine or grape juice you want to partake in. Please go and get that so you can join with us in Kiddush. And Gavin will have you open up to page 55 once you pour that. And we'll join with Gavin in just a moment, page 55 for Kiddush. And you can grab that cup and hold it while you lead us.
Eloheinu melech haolam, vorei peri hagafen, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddeshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, be'ahava uvratzon, hinhilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reish, Kin yom tehila lemikra e kodesh zeher letziat mitzrayim kivanu v'yaharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'yashabat kodshem
Gavin, your reward is that you get to drink that grape juice. You can have more than that. Have as much as you want. We will remain standing now for Aleinu, page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אינו אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשב אותה אל לבבך. כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד על כן נקבל לכנו ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר היה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו
You may be seated. This week we are lovingly remembering the following yahrzeits: Mel Baumwall, Jean Bemmel, Julian Berman, Milo Bomberg, Malvina Bomberg, Hakatan Bomberg, Michael Braverman, Walter Chestnut, Herbert Cole, Susan Fenton, Leon Frieden, Harry Gelfond, Zelik Goldberg, Hank Grossman, Ray Guthartz, Stuart Hirschman, Mo Holland, Martin Horowitz, Gladys S. Iser, Goldie Jacobson, Selma Carey, A. Michael Kallick, Benjamin Carlton, Sylvia Klein, Luis Leto, Barbara Levin, Geraldine Jerry Levy, William Malinoff, Lillian Marks, Miriam Norber, Marla Hazelcorn Osband, Jerry Ochis, Evelyn Overton, Lois Pravda, Scott Rich, Janet Murphy Rickler, Annette Robinson, Adele Rosenfeld, Harold Roth, Florence Savitt, Pearl Schnoll, Gussie Schnitterman, Sarah Silken, Jonathan Singer, Dory Steinberg, Lillian Steinberg, Rachel Tarika, Layla Valk, Marilyn White, Adele Wishner, and Helen Woods. At this time, anyone who is in a period of mourning or observing a yahrzeit, or anyone who has need or desire to recite Mourner's Kaddish, we'll invite you to rise. If you're on live stream, you'll be joining in our sacred community as well, reciting these words, page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divra kirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei kudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush b'chata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. You may be seated. I am delighted to call up Beth Salt, our Vice President of Education, who is going to make a few announcements.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome. Mazal Tov to the Tesser family as they celebrate Gavin's bar mitzvah at our mincha service tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. Our regular Shabbat morning service starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow, both in person and online. This Sunday at 11 a.m., please join Hazan Mimi for our Sacred Space service, which focuses on meditation and reflective prayer. This service takes place on Zoom only, and you can find the link on our website. Fusion Shabbat is next Friday evening at 7 p.m., and our regular Shabbat morning service is Saturday at 10 a.m. You can join us here in the sanctuary or online for both of those services. Next week at our afternoon Mincha service at 4, we will celebrate the B'nai Mitzvah of Aiden and Ethan Schwartz. Please join us in wishing the Schwartzes Mazel Tov. We have lots of adult learning opportunities coming up. Weekly Torah for Today and Talmud classes have resumed. We also would like to highlight Israel Q&A with Bassam Ayed, a pro-Zionist Palestinian journalist. He will be speaking about how the conflict started, the impact of the BDS movement, and the role Arab countries and the U.S. have in the peace process. This 3-part series starts this Thursday at 7:30, and you can register on our website to receive the Zoom link. We also have new Baby and Me classes starting up this coming week. Information and registration are available on our website. Finally, please remember our updated COVID protocols for all in-person services. You do need to RSVP, and if you are age 12 or older, you must submit proof of vaccination. You can do all of this on our website, and of course, you can always also attend on our live stream. Thank you so much for being a part of Aliyah's story, and thank you for making Aliyah a part of yours. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much, Beth. We'll conclude our service with Adon Olam, page 211.
So you're going to have to work for this one. We're going to ask you to repeat after me, okay?
All right.
All righty. Let's do it here. Adon Olam,
Adon Olam,
Asher Malach,
Asher Malach,
B'terem Kol,
B'terem Kol,
Yitzir Nivra, Li'et Nasa,
Yet Nasa,
בחפצו כה, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, ואחרי ככלות הכל, לבדו ימלוך נורא אדון עולם, והוא היה, והוא הווה, והוא יהיה בתפארה אדון עולם, אדון עולם,
Adon Olam,
אשר מלך,
Asher Malach,
בטרם כל,
B'terem Kol,
יציר נברא, ליאת נשא,
Yet Nasa,
בחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא אחד ואין שני, לעם שלו להכבירה אדון עולם, בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמזרע אדון עולם, אדון עולם,
Adon Olam,
אשר מלך,
Asher Malach,
בטרם כל,
B'terem Kol,
יציר נברא, ליאת נשא,
Yet Nasa,
בחצוקה, אול אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא אלי וחי גואלי, וצור חבלי ביצר אדון עולם, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא אדון עולם, אדון עולם,
Adon Olam,
אשר מלך
Asher Malach,
בטרם כל,
B'terem Kol,
יציר נברא, לעת נשא,
Yet Nasa,
בחפצו כה, אזי מלך שמו נקרא בכל עולם, בידו הפקיד רוחי, בעת תשן ואירה אדון עולם, ועם רוחי גבייתי, אדון אני ולא אירה אדון עולם, אדון עולם,
Adon Olam,
אשר מלך
Asher Malach,
בטרם כל,
B'terem Kol,
יציר נברא, לעת נשא, בחפצו כה, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Me too. Yeah, triple.